Sounds good. Dr. Chris Jones is with us today to share some very exciting news for our area. Jewish Hospital Transplant Care in Methodist Hospital here. It's so nice to meet you.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for being here to share this exciting news. How did this come about, this partnership?
Well, we wanted to come to this area so that we could service the people in this area, Evansville and so forth, to know that they had a transplant center that was fairly close, and so they wouldn't have to travel too far to get to some of the other transplant centers. And so we thought this would be a prime area to set up shop and, you know, take care of the folks in this area.
And where are people having to go until this came about? So,
but for the most part, it was spread out. Some people would go to Indiana University, other people would go to St. Louis University, other people would go to Washington University in St. Louis, and so all kind of spread out, others Vanderbilt. And so we thought this would be really good to be able to kind of galvanize all of those folks so that they could come to one transplant center that was probably the closest in distance to all of those other places.
So how will this work? So you're going to be in Methodist Hospital in Henderson.
That's correct.
And so for patients' information, how do they get set up with you?
Yeah, so the easiest way to do it is still to contact us at Jewish Hospital in Louisville. And what they will do is they will send it out to our team that comes out here to the hospital here in Henderson so that we can then see them here and to keep them from having to travel all the way to Louisville for their workups and everything.
And so let's talk about that process. First of all, who's in line for an organ transplant? Who are the best candidates?
Well, one of the things folks have to do is they have to look and speak with their physician. So we're taking care of people who are in what we call end organ failure. So say, for instance, your heart's not working so well. Your cardiologist would have to tell you that you need to, you know, see a transplant physician in order to get on the list or what have you. If your liver's not working, your GI doctor or hepatologist would have to tell you that you need to get on the list for transplant. So making sure that they actually stick with their doctors that they're working with, and those doctors would be able to let them know when they need to move to the next level.
And what are some of the things you want prospective patients to know? I think there's sort of a myth out there about, you know, you just get this new organ and you're good to go. There's a lot of care involved here.
There's a lot of care, and I'm very proud of Jewish Hospital and the transplant care that we give because it's very comprehensive. One of the things that folks need to know is that, you know, any transplant that you get, it's not a cakewalk, right? There's got to be work done on the patient's part as well as on the team's part in terms of taking care of them. There's a lot of medications that's involved that you have to take afterwards, anti-rejection medications to make sure that you don't, you know, reject your organ and everything. But they have to know going into it just with a strong mind that everything will work out if they just do what they need to do in order to make sure they take care of their organ.
I've always wondered, when someone is in organ failure, potential organ failure, they're already not healthy.
Right.
And trying to get them to some place where they're even fit for surgery has got to be a challenge.
It is, but that's the great thing about Jewish transplant care. We have those people, and we know what we need to do in order to get people in shape in order to have a successful transplant.
Well, good. If our viewers would like to know more about this program and how they or their loved ones might be able to use it, what's the best way for them to find out more information?
So more information can be given to, there's a telephone number that they can call.
It's right there on your screen.
Excellent, at Jewish Hospital, and they will be able to talk to you and direct you to the appropriate people so that you can meet with the team here in Henderson.
And is this program already on the ground running, or is it coming?
This program's on the ground running. I'm out here as it stands right now. Once a month, we have another hepatologist. She comes out as well once a month, and so we're seeing lots of patients already now.
Well, thank you so much for sharing your story. This is exciting for our area.
Thank you so much.
Hope to see you again soon.
Thank you so much.
And we'll be back with more local lifestyles right after this. Cool sculpting coming up.
This portion of Lifestyles is sponsored by Jewish Hospital Transplant Care.